Jack. This is Boomer Life on CL 650.
Welcome back, talking all things appliance on this episode of Boomer Life with Jack McIvers from McIvers Appliances down there at 610 Southeast Marine Drive in Vancouver, online at mcivers.biz, and you can always send Jack an email. That address is mcivers@telus.net. And we're going to dip into the McIver mailbag here. Got a few emails for Jack, and this one caught my eye, Jack, so let me share it with our listeners. We're so pleased with the service we received from McIvers Appliance Sales and Service in our purchase of a new washer and dryer. How lucky are we to have had the assistance of such a team as the McIver team. Karen, who's your daughter, who runs the store, you assisted us with figuring out the dimensions and requirements of our appliance purchases, and Jack assisted us in the setup and installation at our home. Jack discovered that our venting system was flawed and redesigned that venting system to work efficiently. We have 2 full bags of lint. Jack figured at least 4 years worth of lint to prove the venting system was not working effectively prior to that new appliance installation. We're so impressed that Jack himself completed the installation and feel confident the work was done by a pro. Thank you both for all of your work. We'll spread the word that McIvers Appliance Sales and Service is the place to go to receive good customer care and product satisfaction, and all the best to you and the gang in 2015, say Lori and Sandra in Vancouver. That's very complimentary letter, Jack, and what an eye-popper it must have been for you when you installed that new equipment in their home and discovered 4 years worth of lint buildup. Holy Moses, is that the worst you've ever seen?
No, but it was, well, I'll explain what happened. We came into the laundry room, and the dryer was down to the left, and the venting was running along the ceiling and down to it. And the washing machine was directly in front. Now, the problem they had with the dryer ones we took out was the dryer door wasn't opening enough.
Okay.
You know, it was only opening about 8 inches, and they're trying to reach around and grab their stuff out. So I looked at it and I thought to myself, well, really, the washing machine should be down there. It doesn't matter whether they can reach in the front, because they can stand in front of it. And get the dryer down where the washer is, and we just extended the hoses on the washing machine. Everything else worked.
Okay.
So it took the venting down, and while we were taking it down, there was a lot of lint in it. And I said to Brian, I said, wow, this thing's full of lint, eh? So we cleared it out, and I said, well, go down to the truck and get the vent blower, and we'll blow it out before we hook up the dryer, because we always do that if we have any resistance.
Sure.
We want to get rid of it.
Clear the lines.
Okay, so I go out ready to watch this lint come out. Well, it came out like whoosh, 2 garbage bags full.
Holy
like
smoke.
She said.
Yeah.
And so I said to her, I said, she's a Vancouver City policewoman. I said, what, with this vent cleaning, how often do you get it cleaned? Twice a year. I said, no, you don't. This hasn't been touched for 3 or 4 years.
Was she in a strata or some kind of environment where there's a maintenance person who comes by, supposedly does that twice a year?
Well, yeah, but not
somehow not if you got 4 years worth of lint built up in there.
Well, so when the installation ended up done properly with the dryer down where it's supposed to be, I had to reverse the door on the dryer, which she'd asked to get reversed so it would be installed where it was hard to open. So anyway, so we did that and got it all hooked up, and it ended up with a nice installation and working real well. Had to bore some holes, you know, for the venting to go, but it was well worth it.
Right, and of course this
So she's got it done properly.
Right.
By someone who knows how to do it properly.
And I'll bet you she'll be paying a whole lot more attention come 6 months from now as to who's going to be taking a look at cleaning the outside of that vent.
I made certain that we got that perfectly clear.
Well, and this comes back to the tips you started the program off with almost an hour ago, talking about maintenance, taking good care of your appliances and their installation, which ultimately is naturally going to save you money. And you have a big thing with vents and the fact that people just don't pay enough attention to them. I just think, Jack, the problem is we don't understand what they do and how important they are to the proper functioning of a dryer. I just don't think most people pay attention to those details.
Well, I think after the amount of discussion that we've had on this for the past year or so, that I hope it's getting through, because these ones I talked to you about earlier happened in the past 3 months.
Okay.
They were at least listening, and some had bought a washer from me. So
let me grab another one from the mailbag here. This is from an old broadcast colleague of mine, actually, who went on to become a local politician up there in Lions Bay. His name is Douglas Miller. And he says, I have been using Jack McIvers appliances for many years. During that time, I've come to respect Jack for his honesty and integrity. As well, the products he sells have always been first-rate for quality and reliability. Recently, my old Maytag washer-dryer pair had to be replaced. They had given me 35 years of service, but finally the transmission in the washer failed and parts were no longer available. Based on Jack's recommendation, I decided to replace my old Maytag with a new washer and dryer. I've been using them for several months now and are delighted with these Hibsch units. They have large capacities and operate quietly. As well, the high-speed spin cycles of the washer result in clothes spending less time in the dryer. In these times of rising energy costs, that is a significant bonus. I highly recommend Jack and his staff to anyone looking for excellent service and dependable appliances, says Douglas Miller up the coast in Lions Bay. Well said, and my gosh, a washer-dryer pair that lasted him 35 years.
Well, so will the ones he's bought.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Because they're the same heavy-duty quality would pass the old CSA standard.
Jack, how much more expensive are these Hibsch models that Douglas is talking about, these new high-quality, well-made models compared to the flashy stuff you see in the big box stores? Are they significantly more expensive? Is that why more people aren't buying them? Or are we just caught up with the marketeering and the flash and the glitter?
Well, they're between $1,600 and $2,000 for a set, including taxes and installation. Do you know what some of those German fancy front-load washers and dryers are? They can be over $5,000, $7,000, $8,000.
Well, that's what I was thinking. That doesn't sound too
And then
horrible.
you have to wait for an hour and a half to get your clothes out on each wash, where these Hibsch machines, 30 minutes, 20 pounds. Another 30 minutes, 20 pounds.
Right.
You can get 60 pounds of laundry done with Hibsch equipment in the same time it takes to do one load in a Melee or a Bosch or a whatever.
Right. Now, we've only got a minute left, according to Dwayne, but I wanted to ask you about this, the warranty thing again, just to remind people that these let's say something costs $5,000. What's the warranty on that going to be?
1 year.
Okay.
Or on certain sales, they give extended warranty.
Right. Okay.
By the way, no one else can fix those machines. No one else can put parts in them. People can't buy parts and put them in themselves.
Is that a condition of warranty?
No, it's a condition of the Melee company.
Oh, okay.
It's a pretty expensive, very, very expensive service calls and very expensive labor rates.
Right. Well, there's nothing but quality appliances, wall-to-wall, at Jack's showroom. I've been there myself and can testify that, first of all, Karen and the staff are wonderful people and lots of fun to talk to and very generous with their time. They know what they're talking about. They'll show you around and answer questions about anything in the place. And the deals are terrific, and the amount of rebuilt appliances, absolutely astonishing. It's good to see you again, and congratulations on making it to year 51 in the appliance business in Vancouver.
Absolutely.
That's a remarkable accomplishment.
I think so.
Always a pleasure to have you come by and have a chat. Jack McIver, McIvers Appliances, 610 Southeast Marine Drive in Vancouver. Give him a call, 604-879-5222, or send Jack an email. Maybe we'll read it on the next program. It's McIvers@telus.net. See you next time, right here on Boomer Life.